gotta stop this thing!
Hey, what's up y'all? We're back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the long-awaited 4 Horsemen Cosmic Legions Kraggnar. Those of us who pre-ordered this from their website was waiting for a while. I think I pre-ordered mine back in like late 2021. So it's good to finally get this figure in hand, and I must say I'm impressed, but there's a huge problem with this figure. Visually, I can't take nothing from this figure, man. He looks marvelous. Lots of little detail. He's really photogenic. He's going to pop on your display. I love that scale sculpt work he's got going for him. Looks like he's got some grills going on too. That's kind of cool. Looks real gruesome in there though. Even the straps that hold up his armor plate looks really good. Lots of detail for that. Looks almost like leather or alligator skin, something like that. It's got a little wash on it. The gauntlets look real good. It's got some highlights, dry brushing. It's got a wash to it. Looks like it's a hinge in it almost. That looks really good. I'm digging the blending they did too for the orange and the yellow. That looks really good how they threw that in there. Man, this figure's got so much detail. Most of his armor has a flex to it, so it'll get out the way for articulation, so that's pretty cool. He's even got some mixed media for these Conan underwear. I'm not sure what that's called. It kind of sheds a little bit though, so you do want to be mindful about that. He's got 4 arms. That's the reason I bought this figure, and it looks really flush. He's even got this little loop on the back of him, so he's kind of like a prison, but I think if you read the bio, he's actually supposed to be like a good guy. You could remove most of his armor too, so that's pretty cool. I think everything comes off but his shin armor, so if you want to switch up the look, that's a nice touch. Some of his accessories, man, they're like damn near glued into the plastic. It took me a while to get these other pieces out of there, so be mindful about that. You don't want to scratch them up. For his accessories, he does come with a hand for each arm, including an additional hand. He also comes with this neutral facial expression, which looks really good. He comes with these 2 back pieces you can use if you don't want to use his other arms, and this mace type of thing is kind of like electric. It looks almost like it's an electric type of part, and it ports in his hand fairly nice. Decent little detail to it. Got some scratches and everything. You can also remove it at the hilt, so I think that's a cool touch. Looks like maybe they might come out with something in the future you can combine with that. Unfortunately, he only comes with 1 weapon to hold, so considering the fact he's got 4 arms, they could have threw something else extra in there. Taking off the arms though is real easy. Nice little fit, nice and snug. You just want to make sure you put that in, or else it's going to get kind of loose when you're like moving it around and stuff. But these little replacement back pieces are awesome. I'm glad they thought of that, so you won't leave these big ass cavities in them, so that's pretty cool. I just wanted to point out these war wounds he's got on his face, man. Those look nice. And this guy's pretty big too, standing just under 9.5 inches. Before I forget, 4 Horsemen did include some bonus items. This one looks like maybe a keychain or something like that. It's done really well. Like the quality is done nice. You can't go around bending it and stuff like that. It looks really cool. And then he also included this alternate head you can use for like your regular size Mythic Legions. It doesn't fit on Kraggnar's head, so that's unfortunate, but it looks really cool. I love the gold touch, bronze, something like that. Nice little detail to it. This joint looks slick. Once you get the head on, the scope work actually affords some pretty good range. Like he can look up a really good amount, go side to side a well enough amount as well, and he looks down a good amount. Checking out the box he comes in, it does include this backdrop. It looks kind of like a lab or maybe like some type of warehouse or something. It looks really nice. Got some decent little designs. Here's a little bio for Kraggnar. It's got a couple figures also from the line on the back. I think most of these figures are available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, so that's nice. Jumping into the articulation, so this guy's got really good range at the head. He can go down about that much. He goes up a really good amount. That joint right there is kind of stiff, so you do want to be mindful about that. You can get some side to side. If I can get it right, yeah, there you go. That looks beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Here's a look at what that double ball peg looks like at the neck. So it's done really well. It's really stiff. Of course, you got your full rotation at the arms, even despite the armor. I do apologize if my audio is changed. It's kind of noisy over here. I got some guests over, so I had to relocate to a quieter place. Yeah, you can see he doesn't get a whole bunch of range at the elbows. That's a little less than half. He's got a hinge and swivel at the wrist. At the elbows is where you're going to get your bicep rotation. And as far as the rest of the arms, they all are sculpted the same. They got the same amount of range. You can get his arms up a really good amount. And look at that torso range. Beautiful. Beautiful. For a big guy, like, he crunches forward a decent amount. That's actually pretty good. Look how far back he crunched, though. That's pretty good, too, man. For Mythic Legions, that's actually really good. There is actually 2 joints at the torso, but you're not going to get much range at the top. But combining both of those joints, he actually goes side to side a really good amount, too. Lots of expression for that. So that gripe I was talking about is going to be at the legs. For his size, man, those legs are a little bit too floppy. You do get good range going up. He does have a thigh swivel right there. He also has a calf swivel, but for the size, man, it's going to be hard to balance, and they don't crunch inward that much either for the knees. So also his ankles could be a little bit tighter, but you got some really good range for that. Going down, going up, even going in is a really good amount. So that's awesome. He also has a swivel at the ankles, so you can get his legs going out a pretty good amount. I mean, that's almost a full split. So for his size, that's all you're really going to need. It doesn't go back that much, so that's all right. For some quick size comparisons, here we have him next to your Mythic Legions figure and your Tadala from Zespe Studios Combatant Spite for Glory. Next, here we have him next to your SH Figure Arts Zack Bell figure and your Jada Toy Street Fighter Ryu. Next, here we have him next to your Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Kintaro. And lastly, here we have him next to your Marvel Legends Shang-Chi and your Koto Bukiya Zero Model Kit. So final thoughts on the Four Horsemen Cosmic Legions Kraggnar. Like, they did a really good job with the guy. Like, he looks good, as I mentioned, but the huge problem with him is the fact that this dude cannot stand. Like, there is no way you're going to get this guy to stand up for a long period of time without having a stand present. So for that reason, I'm only going to give his quality an 8. He comes with a good amount of accessories. The additional hands is a nice touch, but he doesn't come with any additional weapons. And the fact that he can't balance well, he should have came with a stand. So for that reason, I'm only going to give him an 8.9 for accessories. His articulation is actually pretty good. Could have used a little bit more range at the arm, so I'll give him a 9. Aside from the issues this guy has, I would say he's a cool figure and he's worth the price. So yeah, I would recommend it. Alright, y'all, that's my video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.